What's going on? My name is Mr. C, and today I'll be your guide through your Toolbox Tutors math session. Today we'll be discussing multiplying binomials with different variables, and by the end of this video, you'll be able to multiply these two binomials, giving a simplified answer. Let's get started. In order to multiply binomials with different variables, first you need to understand how to combine like terms, the distributive property, and also the multiplication property of exponents. If you understand these three concepts, then you have the tools needed to multiply binomials with different variables. Let's go ahead and look at our example. So for this example, we'll be multiplying 2x minus 3 times y plus 3. So first, what we want to do is use the distributive or FOIL method. So this means we'll take the first term from the first parentheses and multiply it by everything in the second parentheses. Then we're going to take the second term in the first parentheses and multiply it times everything in the second parentheses. So first we'll start with 2x. So we have 2x times y. So 2x times y. So 2x times y gives us 2xy. Next, we have 2x times 3. So 2x times 3. 2 times 3 gives us 6, and then we bring over our x. So 2x times 3 gives us 6x. Next, we're going to multiply the second term in the first parentheses times everything in the second parentheses. So we have negative 3 times y. That gives us negative 3y. And last, we have negative 3 times 3. That gives us negative 9. So now that we have these four terms, we want to identify if there are any like terms to see if we can combine anything and simplify it even more. Looking at these four terms, none of these are like terms. So what we'll do is just bring these terms down one at a time, and this will be our answer. So we have 2xy plus 6x minus 3y minus 9 as your final answer. So that's using the distributive or the FOIL method. Again, the reason that this is called the FOIL method is because FOIL is an acronym describing how we multiply the terms from these two binomials. So F stands for first, meaning we'll multiply the first term in each parentheses. O stands for outer, meaning we're going to multiply the two terms that are on the outside of these two parentheses. That would be 2x times 3. Next, we have inner, meaning we'll multiply the two inside terms, which in this case is negative 3 times y. And L is last, meaning we'll multiply the last two terms in each parentheses, which would be negative 3 and positive 3. Whichever way you decide to remember this, whether it's full or just distributing each term from the first parentheses to each term in the second parentheses, you'll still come out with the same thing. Next, we'll discuss how to simplify this same binomial, multiply these same binomials using the area model to give you different options, and also show you that there's more than one way to complete this same problem. So first, notice that we have this box over here to the right side, and it pretty much just looks like a window. You have four boxes put together. You have a cross in the middle and a square on the outside. So what we'll do is take the terms from the first parentheses and put them on this the left side of these boxes. So 2x would go here, and negative 3 would go here. Next, we'll take the terms in the second parentheses and put them across the top. So we have y and positive 3. And from here, we multiply the terms that meet at each box. So in this first box, the terms 2x and y meet. So 2x times y gives us 2xy. Next, in this box, we have 2x times 3. 2x times 3 gives us 6x. This box right here in the bottom, we have negative 3 times y. That gives us negative 3y. And in this last box, we have negative 3 times 3. That gives us negative 9. Now from here, once again, we have 4 terms, and we want to identify any like terms we have in these boxes. Of these 4 terms, none of these are like terms. So what we'll do is take these 4 terms and write them out, and we'll actually have our answer. Starting with our first box, we have 2xy plus 6x minus 3y minus 9. And notice that we have the same answer after we simplified this, multiplied these binomials, and we still get the same answer. So again, what we have here is just 2 different ways of doing the same problem, giving you options and also showing you that there is most times more than one way to complete a problem in math. So for this example, we'll be multiplying 3x minus 5 times 2y minus 10. So here, we're going to multiply the first term from the first parentheses times everything in the second parentheses. Then we're going to multiply the second term from the first parentheses times everything in the second parentheses. So from here, we'll start with 3x times 2y. So 3x times 2y gives us 6xy. Next, we have 3x times negative 10. This gives us negative 30x. Now we'll multiply the second term from the first parentheses times everything in the second parentheses. So we have negative 5 times 2y. That gives us negative 10y. And then negative 5 times negative 10 gives us a positive 50. So from here, we want to identify our terms and look at these terms to see if we have any like terms that we can combine and simplify. Looking at these 4 terms that we have, we don't have any like terms. So what we'll do is bring these terms down one at a time, and these 4 terms will actually be our answer. So we have 6xy minus 30x minus 10y plus 50 as your final answer. Next, we'll be completing the same problem using the area or box method just to give you options and also show you that there's more than one way to complete the same problem. So from here, we're going to take 3x, put that right here on the left side, and negative 5, put that under there. And then we have 2y minus 10 across the top. So in this first box, we have 3x times 2y. 3x times 2y gives us 6xy. Next, we have 3x times negative 10. That gives us negative 30x. In the box up under here, we have negative 5 times 2y. That gives us negative 10y. And in this last box, we have negative 5 times negative 10, and that gives us positive 50. So from here, we look at our 4 terms. Looking at these 4 terms, we see that none of these 4 terms are like terms. So we'll bring these terms down, and they'll all be part of our answer. So first we have 6xy. Next we have negative 30x. Then we have negative 10y. And last we have positive 50. And there we have our final answer. It is the distributive or the FOIL method. Next, we'll look at the box or the area model. If you have one method you prefer over the other, I'll leave a timestamp in the description below so you can jump to the specific section that you prefer. So first, we're looking at the full or the distributive method. So we'll begin multiplying each term from the first parentheses by each term in the second parentheses. Starting with our C, we'll multiply this by each term in the second parentheses. So we have C times 2m. So C times 2m gives us 2cm. Notice that when we have these letters here, you always want to make sure you have, or these variables, you want to make sure you put them in alphabetical order. So instead of 2mc, you'll see it as 2cm. Next, we have C times -10. This gives us -10c. Now we'll move to the second term in the first parentheses and multiply by everything in the second parentheses. So here we have -5 times 2m. This gives us -10m. And last, we have -5 times -10, giving us 50. So now looking at these four terms we have, we want to determine if we have any like terms. And of these four terms, we have no like terms. So we'll bring each term down, and they would all be part of this answer, giving us 2cm minus 10c minus 10m plus 50 as your final answer. Now we'll look at completing the same example using the area or the box method. So now we'll take each term from the first parentheses and we'll put it along the left side of these boxes. So we have C right here and -5 here. Next, we're going to take what's in the second parentheses and put it on the very top of these boxes. So 2m would go here and -10 would go here. Now we'll take each term and multiply the terms that meet at each box. So in this first box here, we have C and 2m meeting. So we'll multiply these two together. And we have 2cm as your final answer for multiplying those two together. In this next box to the right, we have C times -10. That gives us -10c. If we go down and to the left, we have -5 times 2m. That gives us -10m. And in this last box on the far right, we have -5 times -10, giving us 50. So now that we have these four terms, we want to look at these four terms and see if we have any like terms. Of these four terms, we have no like terms. So we'll bring each term down and each one will be part of our answer. So we have 2cm minus 10c minus 10m plus 50 as your answer. Notice that either method you decided to use, you would still get the same answer. And this is more giving you options and also showing you that there's more than one way to show the same process. Thanks for watching this Toolbox Tutors math session. If this video helps you out any, hit the like button. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Also, if you feel like you need any extra help, don't forget to head over to toolboxtutors.com and enter simple information in the survey, and you could possibly win free one-on-one tutoring from a tutor like me. Until the next time, have a good one.